Hello and welcome to Divinely Guided 999. My name is Lynetta, and before I get started with the messages for today, as always, I give thanks to the universe for guidance, protection, and assistance with this reading. So, this is a dream that I had a while back. In my notebook, I got a lot of messages. I have so many dreams that I have to pretty much catch up to speed when it comes to these messages. But this is a dream I had a while back. So I had a dream that a woman that's heavy set, dark skinned with a short haircut was with a man that's light skinned, a bit shorter than her, with either braids or locks. So these two have been together for a while, but this man was using this woman. He was using this woman as a cover-up. So this man is really into other men. Now, when I woke up from this dream, and I wrote all this down because this took place like months ago. When I woke up from this dream, I forgot that I had this dream until I went on YouTube, and the first video was of a young girl from Michigan that was staying with her aunt and was pregnant by her aunt's boyfriend. So these two looked exactly like the people that was in my dream, except he wasn't shorter than her, he was taller than her. So let's get into these messages. So this young lady was in a situation where it was it wasn't, how to put it, like it was signs there of how she was in the presence of someone who would take advantage of her. It was the signs there. I feel like this man stuck around within this relationship because of dealing with the woman that he was with, niece. This woman could have tried to let him go, but he just would not want to let her go. This is something that could have been taking place for a while, but it caught up eventually. Obviously, for me to see that on YouTube, it caught up to this man of what really was taking place and what the real was in regards to this niece that he was dealing with. This niece could have been, keeping herself up, keeping herself looking good, not only for herself, but also for this man as well. I feel like, and by me saying that, that's not me saying that in any way that she was in agreement with this. Like I said, I feel like this is something that took place for some time. And after a while, it started to feel like it's nothing wrong with doing what they were doing. But at the same time, this niece was afraid of letting it be known because she knew that it wasn't right. But this man that I saw in my dream was a predator. And it was telltale signs there. But it was not being noticed by the aunt. And I feel like it's because, for one, the relationship that they had was a rocky relationship. It was inconsistent. So I feel like it was like a display of trying to make it seem like they just have this happy family pretty much putting on a front for others, like saving face when it comes to what the reality is really like within their family dynamic. Because I feel like it really was not fair, like how they try to portray it to others, as if though there's this positive gain in their connection and stability, and that this is just a connection that was just so unique, how they understood each other, they got each other, but the whole time not knowing that the person that this woman thought she was dealing with was not who she thought it was. And as I said before, this is like not knowing that she had put herself, her niece, and anyone else in a situation to where they can get taken advantage of. By trying to stick and hold on to this false reality of having this happy family. And even though things weren't always working out within this relationship that these two had, there was a lot of contemplating on the woman's end on what it is that she should do. So I feel like the niece wasn't even being really paid attention to in a way, because the attention was more so on her and the person that she was with. Yeah. And not only did this man take advantage of the niece, this man had other people that he was dealing with on the side. This man was dealing with third-party individuals. And I also feel as if though at times it could have been times where this man had this niece under the influence. As I said, this is something that has been taking place for a while and have been not spoken up because of her being afraid to come forward, knowing that what was being done was wrong, but feeling as if though, because she has been participating in it for a while, that she was in the wrong. Although to me it seemed like it's a situation of being groomed. So because of that, this has prevented her from speaking up for herself. Even though it may appear as if though it's nonchalant about how the situation unfolded, but really within this relationship with this woman and this man, it was just like negativity, nonchalantness being had because of knowing that they're going to get right back together, even though there was nothing else to put forth within this connection, and it most definitely wasn't anything that was being gained out of it as well. This was not something that she should have been a part of, because these two were not in alignment with one another. I feel like this woman felt as if though she can change this man in some type of way. Excuse me. Yeah, I feel like this woman, I feel like she can change this man in some type of way and cause him to get with the program with having this stability within their relationship. As if though things can be different for the two of them and that there can be new beginnings. But every time a new beginning was tried, it just never will go anywhere. Someone in this situation could have been a water sign. This person, I really feel like, and the reason why I really feel so much about like all of this being that the woman not paying attention to the signs that were in front of her, feeling as if the others were being envious of the situation, and that's why it was a lot of back and forth, and she was willing to go back and forth with this man. Not only that, this man was not willing to let her go as well. I feel like it's a part of this man also playing mind games, getting into her headspace, making her feel as if though others were envious. Saying and doing anything to make it seem like it's worth giving another try, it's worth sticking around. And every time things seem to, I don't want to say, like it just gets very, very bad, but things don't go right. And this man was holding her back from trying to end this cycle the two of them have. And it's just to be close to the niece. Because as I said before, it's been times where they could have did things where she was under the influence, where it has her in a carefree type of space, mind space. You know, but later to think back on it and know that what was done was wrong. I feel like this man disguised himself as showing love and support and being like someone that can guide and be like a role model for this niece at some point, and use that as a tactic to groom her. Yeah, using that as a tactic to groom her. So then that the aunt feels comfortable enough for him to be a part of her life as well. A part of the niece's life. Not knowing that this niece was being put in danger because this is a pedophile. Someone that has been grooming her unknowingly. But doing what needed to be done to make it seem like he had her best interest and that she was safe with him. People could have been feeling a certain way about how they viewed the connection between the aunt, boyfriend, and the niece. And I really feel like this aunt has been speaking up for the boyfriend. And it caused her to feel frustrated for people to even assume the things that they were assuming. But it's like trying to save this relationship. because at some point this relationship was toxic. Someone could have been an earth sign, but yeah, it was nothing else to give to this connection. Nothing was going to change for the better because neither one of these people were in alignment with one another. And this niece mother could have not been around, present in her life, or was able to give her the stability that she needed for whatever reason. And although it seemed like this aunt was able to provide her with those things, she still was not able to get like that motherly guidance that she would have gotten from her mother if her mother was able to provide her with that. It was like a lack of focus. So I feel like with this niece, it was like a switch. Being around certain people, having to act a certain way, and then being around this aunt's boyfriend, having to act as if nothing ever even happened because of being afraid of speaking up for self. This aunt could have moved forward from this relationship with this man, but for whatever reason felt like she was either stuck or he just really did not want to let her go, to where she just felt like she had to stay within this connection with this person. Even though she was contemplating, I feel like at some point she started to notice things. She started to feel unsafe, whether this was for herself or whether this was feeling unsafe for her niece and herself as well. But she was dealing with insecurity issues that caused her to stick around longer than what she should have. Because there was not any harmony within this relationship. There was no balance because these two were not on the same alignment as one another. And not listening to her intuition. So something could have been telling her eventually that, yeah, something ain't right. And that she should even stop with the cycle that these two were in. And I feel like this is something that she may have tried to do. She may have tried to have a serious talk with this man, and it led to nowhere. Because this man is not willing to let her go. And that was shown by his behavior. Whoever this earth sign was, which I feel like it was this man. This is someone that seemed down to earth, seemed like a good-spirited person, but on the flip side of things, that's really not what it is. It's like knowing how to change at, a snap of someone's finger to make people view you a certain way. But yeah, this aunt was unsure. And confused, I feel. Like I said, feeling like she can change this man to be a certain way. But that was not the case, because this is someone that at times I feel like he let her feel that way. But then at other times it's like he stood for what he believed. Whatever that means. Trying to have new beginnings with someone that just stressing each other out, and it just does not go anywhere. And that's because, yeah, there was no focus on this aunt in the first place. The focus was mainly on this niece. It got to the point to where the focus was on this niece. And this aunt could have been envious of her own niece because of her insecurities. And I feel like because of seeing the type of bond that the two of them had, it could have even been to a point to where this aunt felt like she knew what was taking place, or she felt like she knew. And she may have been trying to protect this niece once she felt like something isn't right. But at that time, I felt like it was too late. I feel like it was too late. That's when that decision was made on holding her own when it comes to what she was feeling, what people have been feeling, and she started to see and realize things as well. Because she could have been feeling like this man was dealing with others, not knowing that this man could have been dealing with other people, but also the niece as well. So this is the reading for today. I close out this reading giving thanks to the universe for guidance, protection, and assistance with this reading. This was a difficult reading to be doing, but yeah, I did it. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.